What's up, wilderness explorers? We're back here on the trail. We are biking on the Towpath Trail, starting here at Lock 29. Did this short video over yesterday. So starting on our bikes on the Towpath Trail, we'll go for about 15 or 18 miles today. So pretty fun. Here we are crossing the bridge over Lock 29. Let's get to it. Coming up to another lock here on the right. You can see the big concrete, what remains of it, and pretty cool. We're about half a mile in, maybe a mile. Lock 28 is the number. About to go under the railroad, the Cuyahoga Valley Railroad. Cool tunnel we get to go through here. Hello! This part of the canal has some water in it here to the right. Or just after mile marker 25 as counting down. Not moving anywhere, but pretty full of duckweed. So, still pretty wide, about 20 feet probably, 20 feet wide, maybe 30. Taking some bends as we move down the towpath. Here, crossing the Hale Farm Trail, but continuing on the towpath. Now arrived at a large marshy area. River otters, beavers, many things live in here.
My backpack. Leave, you guys. Dad, we're stopping here, right?
You guys stop. You guys may puddle on settlers.
Which marsh is this, Mom? This isn't the big one, or is it? You can keep looking out here to the left, but I'm gonna keep biking through the boardwalk. The name of this area is Beaver Marsh. Don't see any beavers at the moment, but it's been known to have many beavers and
All the kids and stuff.
river otters. We'll stop here. What's up, wilderness explorers? We are here at the Beaver Dam. You can see here to my left. Pretty solid. There's not very little water movement here. Lots of lily pads on the left side of the path if you're coming from Lock 29. But covered by marshes, pretty cool. Known to be beavers and river otters. Some other wetland creatures in this marsh. So let's keep enjoying this. After we're done here, we're gonna go back up to Lock 29 and then go a little bit past there, come back, and that'll be our ride. But let's enjoy this serene moment.
Probably around time for lunch, but if we eat these, then we can go. It's blueberry muffin. Is there any cherry? Just try it. Oh.
We're about to start biking back to Lock 29. We're back here at just in front of Lock 29, coming from Beaver Marsh. We're gonna go past the Cuyahoga River, over the lock, and then continue biking the other way. So keep going straight over the lock. We'll make a quick stop at Peninsula, but then keep going. So let's get to it. The Cuyahoga River follows us very closely here to the left, actually, in this part. Really cool. We're gonna go about a mile up, or a mile and a half up this way, then come back down. Here we are passing Lock 30 here on the right. Lock 30. Trail becomes paved again, actually, so this part is much more paved than the other half. River actually getting narrower here on our left. It's very interesting. Up closer to Peninsula, it's very wide and shallow. We're at about mile marker number 23 or 24. I'm not sure exactly, but holding a good pace. Oh, here we go. Mile markers are often on the left side of the trail. So here we're at 23. Another cool tunnel ahead. Hello! Trail not too busy today. I've passed a few folks, about 1 or 2 every mile. Thank you. I'm riding my bike, but my mom had to rent a bike, and Century Cycles had great service and it's good. Talking to some people up there, renting a bike from them and done really well. They rent bikes and trailers, so a really great combo for young families. Just past lock 31. All the locks have been on the right side of the trail. That's the side that the boats traveled on, and then the donkeys can walk on the left. Cool little boardwalk here as we pass through another marsh. Just biked under the I-80 bridge in the valley here, between the I-80 bridge and the Interstate 270 bridge. The path has really widened out quite a bit. Not a lot of puddles here. Signs of good drainage. We're about halfway between Peninsula and Boston. So the boardwalk that we were on a few minutes ago is in what's called an area called Stumpy's Basin, right along the side of the Cuyahoga River. You can maybe see the bridge ahead of us. Been on the trail for about 5 minutes now after a short lunch break. Overall, love this trail a bunch. Very flat, actually, not a lot of hills and ups and downs, very gradual, very smooth, like very nicely compacted. This mostly gravel, like smooth gravel or ground up shells. Along a lot of the towpath, you can see the river and the canal. We have the canal here to the left, which is really cool, and then on the right, on the other side of this bridge, is the river. So the canal doesn't have a lot of current in it, so some spots are heavy with duckweed, but the canal, the towpath is beautiful, winds through many different forests, a couple different marshes, Stumpy's marsh or bog. Really cool, maintained well. Some cool tunnels you get to walk through under the railroad, which is also cool. The railroad also follows the path quite nicely throughout the whole thing, so the train wasn't running today, but if it was, you'd probably hear it every once in a while as it passes. The only downside I would say to this trail is it's very close to the roads in a lot of cases. Cuyahoga Valley National Park is kind of in the middle of a bunch of different road systems, 2 different interstates, some state highways. So it kind of has to weave in between all that, and the paths have a little bit of car noise on a lot of them. But the park as a whole, very well maintained. The trails are kept in tip-top condition. When it rains, a couple of them get puddles, and I got a little dirty today because of mud splash up, but pretty solid. Today, middle of the week, about Tuesday, a little cooling off this time of year as it's mid-October. Very little traffic on the trails. The river isn't super busy. Only seen one fly fisherman. It's known for having people kayaking up and down it too. I'd assume it gets more traffic like that midsummer. The bike between Boston and Peninsula is about 1.5 miles or 2 miles, and at a quick pace you could do it in 15 minutes. So that's nice. We're here approaching Stumpy's bog or marsh. This long boardwalk, super cool. We got bull grasses on the left and the right. So this area is awesome. But overall, Cuyahoga National Park has been a big hit. I love being here. I love biking, so anytime I get a bike, it's a ton of fun and tons of great bike trails. I heard on the rim of some of the quarries in here, there's like actual mountain bike tracks. So that's really cool that you might get to do on that. I don't have a mountain bike, so I haven't done those yet. But nature is beautiful. Love this park. Definitely come back here. It's pretty close, like 4 hours from where I live in north central Indiana. So awesome place to be. Apparently it's one of the top 10 most visited parks. It's kind of long and shares some area with the Cleveland Metro Park system, but well maintained. Some nice scenic drives you can take through the park that follow the river. The Cuyahoga River is very lively and flowing very quickly now, although you could still kayak it. Some pretty bridges. I feel like if it was a little more secluded and less car noise around the places, it'd be a better park, and that would help a lot. But even though there is some of that, a bunch of cool scenery. Here we are passing Lock 31 on the Towpath Trail. So cooler weather makes this park beautiful. A lot of the leaves have changed trees. The trees have changed color in the leaves. Really pretty. Overall, totally recommend you come here. Surrounded by 3 small towns of like Akron and Cleveland, and then Peninsula kind of in the middle of the park. If you ever get a chance to ride the train, which I did not, I'd recommend though. It looks like it passes some cool places. And definitely take a hike or a bike on the Towpath Trail, as it covers a lot of the unique landscape and history throughout the park. So overall, had a ton of fun. Totally recommend it. And I'll catch you guys later.